Hey, everybody. Welcome to today's live. My name is Dulsanea, and I am an animal communicator. I talk with animals intuitively. And today I wanted to go live and share with you on how to live in the present moment with your animal. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to wait for people to hop on this live. I'm just going to dive right into it. I'm actually going to take some information out of my book, Why Your Animal is in Your Life. And it's specifically in chapter 10, The Power of Now, Living in the Present Moment. And it's all about understanding. Hey, Armani, you're here. Thank you so much. Hello, Deep Thoughts. Hello. I'm so glad you guys are here. I will be doing free live animal. I just came off of TikTok, so it's like in my head, free live animal reading. But I will be doing readings during this live if there's time. And of course, if anyone is asking questions about any of their animals. I'm curious though, you two ladies, I think Deep thought you might be female, but it doesn't matter. Are you having problems? Are you having issues in being in the present moment and staying in the present moment, especially around your animals? Type that in the comments. And if you're watching the replay, welcome again. I appreciate that. Go ahead, type in questions that you have about being in the present moment, and I will address them. I'm female. Thank you. Alicia, Angelica, thank you so much for being here. Deep Thoughts, thank you sometimes. Sometimes, yes. Well, what does it really mean to be in the present moment? Let's talk about first what we all are. When you understand that you are an energetic person, just like your animals, they're made of energy. We're made of energy. And when we know that we're made of energy, and that energy flows, you are flowing in the present moment. You create your reality in each moment. And every second is a new moment. And because you're an energetic being, you can experience different things in your life that reflect not being present or even feeling like you're in the past, as well as too far into the future. And what happens is that the emotions of anxiety and fear, whether too far into the past or too far into the future, it's usually because of anxiety or fear. So when you get into that present moment, or you don't feel like you're in that present moment because of anxiety or fear, all you need to do is, once you realize, I feel horrible. I don't feel right. I know I'm not in the present. Let me just be here. Let me just be still in this moment and do some deep breathing. Deep breathing is one of the easiest, quickest way to get yourself into present moment. Hey, Lisa. Hello, sweetie. I think I am being in the present moment. So, Deep Thoughts, I'm going to go with your username. If you find that you're always in deep thoughts of either what you're thinking about and you're not paying attention to what's happening in front of you, or your deep thoughts are very productive, meaning you're writing or you're doing some artistic things, you're drawing, using your hands, or you're outside walking in Mother Nature, or you're taking care of your animals, but you're focused on them and you're not in deep thoughts, that's when you're in the present moment. So I want to read this. I'm going to read the second paragraph. Because when we take action that we're following our heart's desire, when we're doing something that gives us joy, or that we just like, okay, I'll go take out the trash. I don't mind doing that. But if you mind doing that, you're not in the present moment. But if you don't mind doing it, that's taking action and you are in the present moment. So one of the easiest and most effective ways to bring yourself back to the present moment is by taking action based on your passion. Passion naturally pulls you into the now, grounding you in the present moment. When you focus on what excites you, you bring in joy, your mind quiets, and the distractions fade, and you become fully engaged in the experience. Does that make sense to you all? Does that make sense? Now, this is part of the letter N in the word awaken is part of my 6-step process. So, and I write, this is where the letter A in the awaken process action comes into play. As discussed in chapter 6, taking action, taking inspired, joyful action is the key to practicing and staying aligned with your true self. When you act from a place of passion and joy, you naturally return to the present. Whether you're spending time with your animal, engaging in creative activities, or simply following your heart, these actions help you stay connected to the moment. So to simply answer your question, how to live in the present moment with your animal, is you learn to take action in that moment. And that also includes just being still. If you just want to sit with them, or you want to look out the window with them, or you're in the car and they're in the car with you, you're taking action by driving and you're paying attention to the roads, and you're also engaged. You're in the present moment. So that's just one beautiful example. I'm going to read. Okay, responding. This is on page 219 now. I'm going to respond. I want to read this. It's on 219. Responding to the now, trusting the unfolding of life. Living in the now isn't just about staying still. It's about responding to the present moment with authenticity. It's not when you react like, oh my God, I just got interrupted and I can't stand to be interrupted. And you're like having all these crazy thoughts and you're pissed off porcupine. That's a reaction. That's not being present. And your animal will let you know. They'll either start growling at you, or they'll run away from you, or they'll chase their tail, or they'll go to the window and start barking at whoever or whatever, even if you can't see anything, because your animal is now in a reactive mode because you are reacting. It's really simple. Look at the word respond versus react. Right there will tell you if you respond to a circumstance, okay, this got my attention. I need to give it my attention. You're in the present moment. Even if you don't have an answer to what you need to do or how you need to respond, but just give yourself that present moment of, all right, I'll figure it out. Let me just give this space, but let me be right here. I'll do some breathing. If I don't have an answer, I'm just going to stand here and do some breathing and the answer will come, because it will. I try and sit with my Aussie outside hopping the star. We're looking at, hoping he will start looking it. He just escaped and get back inside. I'm deep thoughts. I'm not sure what you're saying. They really do tune in. Yes, they really do. They really do. So animals, what they're doing is they will, like I said, they will react or they will respond depending upon your energies. I am going to go over, okay, on page 225, I have tips. I'm going to read off some tips for you how to stay present. Let me just see if there's any other, let's see, but getting there is the hardest part. So that's a belief system. Deep thoughts, getting into the present moment. It's hard to get in the present moment. That's a belief system. In my book, the first step on awakening is A, and it's alignment to your beliefs. You have to really address what you're telling yourself. If getting into the present moment, I have such a hard time staying in the present moment. I can't do this. I can't do that. Well, that's a belief that you've trained yourself to live by. It doesn't mean it's wrong. What it means is you have to ask yourself, well, am I tired of telling myself that? Do I want to make the change or do I want to stay there? Because you always have free will. Everything I share with you has to do with you choosing what resonates for you, what feels right to you, so that you choose, you know what, I really do want to make some changes in my life. Or no, I'm happy. If I mess up for the day, I mess up. I don't care. That's fine. That's your choice. Change is hard. That's another belief system. That's another belief system. If we tell ourselves change is hard, that's because somewhere down the line we were taught, or you were taught, yeah, change is hard. Just go with the flow, stay in the same, get your 9 to 5 job, go to the same, do the same thing over and over and over again. Take the same driving path to your best friend's house or to the store. Don't switch things up. Well, guess what? That in and of itself, if that doesn't feel right there, you have your answer. But I am so grateful for you making these comments below. My first thought was, I don't live in the present, but from what you've read, yes, I am. Angelica, yeah. And you will know. So let me give you some tools and tips. Again, this is on page 225 on why your animal is in your life. And the link for my book is below this video if you want to check it out. So to help you stay in the now, here are some simple, effective tools, practices to use in your daily life with your animal. Whether they're here with you physically or in spirit, staying present deepens your bond, your energetic state with your own intuition. It deepens your intuition. And let me share with you, living intuitively, isn't that why we're all here? You got me taking the trash out. I love it. Yeah, today is trash day for us. And I'm like, yeah, it's what I do. I'm like, oh, goody, I get to take the trash out. I mean, think about it. You should feel joy around that, because what if you had to go to the dump and take your trash every week? I mean, maybe you feel joy about that. But in the joy of that, be in gratitude for the people who have their jobs as the trash people who take the trash for you. Be in gratitude for them. I mean, get real about that, right? Gratitude raises your frequency, by the way. Okay, the first thing, breathing techniques, grounding your animal's energy with your animal's energy. Breathing deeply helps you center yourself and stay in the present moment. By breathing together with your animal, you sync your energy and create a peaceful connection. So after this video, after this live, go and sit with your cat or your dog, or go out to your horse or your pig or your birds, whatever. Find somebody, let them know, hey, I want to sit with you and I just want to breathe with you. I want to breathe in sync with you. Try it. It is powerful. Great perspective. Thank you, Deep. Thank you. Hermana, thank you. I agree 100%. Thank you for that. The next thing is mindful awareness. This is on page 226. Mindful awareness. Being fully present with your animal. Mindful is about tuning into the present moment and fully engaging with your animal's energy. This practice helps you understand their needs and emotions more clearly. So what does that mean? When I write about mindful awareness, it's not about the ego and it's not about the brain. It's coming from the heart and just paying attention, being mindful in the present state. What is your animal exhibiting to you? Now we're talking about animals who are physically with you. So now you have a visualization. You're paying attention to your animal's actions. You're paying attention to their body language if you want. You pay attention to their eyes. If they're in stillness and they're just resting comfortably and maybe their eyes are open, be with them in that mindful state. You will be in the present moment, and that is where your intuition comes into play. That is when you start getting information flowing. Being in the present moment is where all the frequency is where all the information is. Another tip is sensory focus with your animal. Pay attention to what you can sense. And we have more than 6 senses. We really do. Meaning how their fur feels. So now we're talking touch. Okay? The sound of their breathing. Now we're talking about hearing. Listen to the sound of their breathing. Listen to their purring. Even listen if they're deeply sleeping and they snore or they make type sounds. Pay attention. Use your senses. Even if they're not making any sound, you're not touching their body, close your eyes. See what you feel in your body from them. See what you're picking up. See what you're feeling from them. And it could come through as words. You could see images from them. You could hear things from them. And again, it's not about purring. It's not about snoring. It's not about them using vocalization. You're hearing them intuitively, and you can get messages that way. Another way to stay in the present moment, and this is for your animals that are in spirit. Close your eyes. Now I'm taking this right from the book. Close your eyes and focus on what you sense or feel. Trust the subtle impressions and energy you pick up from them. You could automatically start hearing their name. You could automatically hear music, sounds, tunes that that's familiar to you. You could actually hear them barking or purring, and you could hear words. You could get just images coming again, seeing images with your eyes closed, which images are coming from your third eye. Even with your eyes closed, you could see colors. You could see geometric shapes. You could feel tingling in your heart space. You could feel tingling in the top of your head, or maybe or any extremities in your arms, in your feet, your legs. That's energy. That's being in the present moment. Okay, here's another way to stay present. Using anchoring objects, a reminder to stay present. Objects that can help you stay present. I'm just going to be real. I love using crystals. I love using crystals to stay grounded. This is selenite. This is hematite. This is another crystal. This is another crystal. Any black crystal will definitely ground you. Okay. Obsidian, any black crystal will help ground you. Let me see. My dog hates going through. Let's go back over here. Well, I always breathe with my dog at night and when I'm feeling anxious. Angelica, that's beautiful. You're following your intuition. You are following your intuition with that. Energy anchoring with your animal. Hold an item and you can use their collars. Now, I don't have collars in my home anymore because I don't have any dogs and my cats don't wear collars. But I'm going to read to you because you guys, I bet one of you has a collar. And this again is with an animal in spirit. Hold an item like a collar or a favorite toy that reminds you of your animal. Use it to ground yourself in the moment and invite their energy in to connect with you. Again, animal spirit connection. When working with animals in spirit, consider using momentums of theirs to help anchor you in their energy, deepen your intuitive connection. Great example. Okay, I collect cat whiskers because my cats, especially the ones in spirit, leave me their cat whiskers. The most recent time was last month. Serena left me her cat whisker. I just found a cat whisker next to her picture where I have a little sanctuary set up. And I know it's hers. I just know it is. So you can use cat whiskers. You can use their fur. You can take, I don't have pictures in front of me, but let's say the only picture you have is the picture of them on your phone. You can use that too. That's beautiful. Be creative with this. Okay. The other thing, another way of practicing being mindful and is connecting intuitively. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes each day for mindful practice with your animal. Whether they're physically present or in spirit, simply focus on being in the moment with them. All you need to do with that, again, even if your animal is physically here or in spirit, just close your eyes. I guarantee you this, you're going to be blown away by this simple way. Close your eyes. Imagine just seeing their eyes in front of you. And if your animal is physically with you, they will actually come closer to your space. Especially if they're in a different room, they'll come into the room with you. And you could just think of their name or say their name in your heart. Say their name. And right before coming live, I felt Stevie. And I said, Stevie, I'm getting ready to go live. If there's something you need, come to me. Within a second, he was down here meowing and he wanted his treats. So I gave him his treats. We went upstairs. I gave him his treats. He's still upstairs. That's how it works. It's all about being in the present moment and following your heart. Just follow your heart. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel. Gratitude is another tip. Bring yourself into gratitude with whatever feels right in that moment. Okay. On page 228, I have a guided meditation. I'm not going to go over this, but journaling and meditating. Journaling and meditating is super, super important, especially meditation. Who here meditates? I'm just curious. Who here meditates? I want to know who meditates. And then I'm going to scroll back up and see what your questions are about being in the present moment. Who here meditates? 5. Yep, I love that feeling also in trance. 5. I take it you take 5 minutes to meditate, Hermana? That's beautiful. Watching my ducks. Oh, I love this. Watching my ducks helps me be in the present moment. Now that I think of it, yes. Let them, first of all, I love ducks. I love all animals. People go, oh, Dulce, well, who's your favorite animal? I don't have a favorite because they're all my favorite. So since Deep Thoughts, you are around ducks, allow them, be in gratitude for your ducks. They're amazing. They are amazing. They are like, allow them to come to you even closer. I do. It's automatic almost. Beautiful. Beautiful. That helps you be focused. That helps you be in that present moment. No, 5 dogs. Oh, okay. You have 5 dogs. So, Hermana, just be present. You don't have to focus on all 5. Just follow your heart. Now, if all 5 of them come to you physically, then so be it. Be in the present with them. Lori, I am meditating more recently. Thank you, Lori. It is very powerful. It is so powerful. Hermana, I meditate around 40 minutes. Powerful. So in that 40 minutes, if you're finding your brain like starts thinking of things you have to do, I want you to practice this. I want you to then immediately be in gratitude for that quiet stillness and let yourself come out of that meditative state. You don't have to meditate for 40 minutes. You really don't. If you have to, meaning you like it and you have the time, go for it. But if you find that it's, that's a long time, then don't. Follow your heart. Follow your passion. If you want to meditate for 5 minutes, do it. If you want to meditate for 15, do it. It doesn't matter about the time. That's linear thinking. That's that 3D thinking. Give yourself the option of just, I'm going to go with what feels right. And don't even look at the clock. Deep thoughts. I'm going to recommend you meditate. I have a free guided meditation. Below this video, you'll see there's my links. It'll take you to my free resources. And in the free resource, I actually recommend everybody, if you haven't already, download all of my free resources because they're really powerful. They're all aligned on keeping you in the present moment, aligning to your intuitive state, and meditating. So you'll see the different ones and your energy management. that's about it for me. That makes sense. I so appreciate you being here. I so appreciate of you being here, sweetie. Let me see if there was any questions. Any other questions about what I shared from my book, Why Your Animals in Your Life? This is a really powerful resource. And what's really cool about it is when you get it, like you could just, I just opened up to the page. This is my 6-step process. I didn't plan this. As you see, I don't have a bookmarker, but you can open this book up anywhere you feel you want to go with. Meaning you don't have to start from page 1. I recommend it, but if it doesn't feel right for you, don't. I guarantee you, wherever you are in this book is where you need to be. But this is the 6-step process I was sharing with you. And the 6th step is the letter N for now. But yeah, it's really powerful. I just, there's stories, there's case studies, there's readings in here, there's tips in there, there's actually worksheets that you can do to help yourself connect deeper with yourself and your animal. So I really made this like a book, like you can literally bend it backwards, and if you want to write in it, you can write in this book. Whatever you want to do, you can do with this book. So I really recommend it. Wow. Let me see here. You do some angel? Yes, in your own way. Yes. That your way, if it resonates for you and you feel good about it, you're following your passion, you're following a belief that feels right, nobody else has to question. Don't and it's not about what other people are doing or how other people do their way. It's about what works for you. And your animal will always show you if it's in alignment. Let me see if there's any other comments here. Excuse me. I will absolutely have to look. Yes, please, Angelica, please take a look at the free resources I do offer. Help me connect. He is so fearful. So deep thoughts. What is your question? What is your question? I'm going to do a couple of readings right now. Unless you commented, help me connect with Ozzy. Could you please type in what question you have for Ozzy? And I don't remember, I don't recall because I haven't started any connections, but is Ozzy in a dog body? I get the sense Ozzy is in a dog body. Let me see. Get back inside. Why is he so fearful? Yes. Okay. Why is Ozzy? Okay. Okay. So you may not be aware of this, but there's a lot of loud noises around you, and it's not necessarily like highways, but there are trucks sometimes and big equipment. He shows me big equipment that's around you, but he's sensitive to loud noises. So to help him and to support him with the loud noises, here's what you need to do is you need to honor him and let him know, oh, I am aware. Thank you so much, Ozzy, for letting me know. You need to reassure to him that he is very safe and that he can choose if he does want to go inside to be inside, but that he's very safe around you. And those loud noises are not going to interfere with or disrupt you or him. So that's where that's coming from. Yeah. And deep thoughts. I want you to download my 13 tips and my meditation, especially my 13 tips and my meditation, because there's key information in there how to tap into your intuition so you can be his support system and you can give him that space where he can release that, where he now, okay, I don't have to feel afraid anymore. Cool. Yep. It's those loud noises. I'm telling you, it's those loud noises. So you need to acknowledge to him that you're now aware of what he's not happy about. Let him know it's temporary, but also let him know that he is very safe. He is very safe, and you need to honor where he's coming from. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Let me see. What other? I know there was somebody else who asked me a question relevant to connecting with their animal. I'm just scrolling down, looking at your comments. Let me see. Here it is. Oh, Angelica. There it is at the very bottom. Okay. Could you tell me how my dog Tammy is really doing? Is there anything I can do for her, or how can I best help her in her life? Tammy. Tammy. I see the number 8 and 9 around her. Could you please confirm, Angelica, that she's 8 or 9 years old, or young years old, young, old? You know what I'm trying to say. But I see the number 8 and 9 around her. She actually is showing me you've made some changes. You've made changes in your routine, and she's not sure if you're including her, but you are, but you're not telling her. You've made changes in your routine, but you're not including her or talking with her about those routines. She's turning 1 next week. I don't know why she's showing me 8 or 9. I don't know why she's showing me 8 or 9. She has a level of trepidation. It's almost like she's tiptoes around you. That's because you're tiptoeing around her. Stop tiptoeing around her. She needs to get, there's where the routines are coming in. There's where the routines include her. You're not including her. That's why she's showing me this. You're not including her in the routines. Create some foundation of certain routines that she can feel comfortable around. And you have other animals, Angelica? Do you have other animals around you? Do you have other animals around you? So introduce her. When you're introducing her to other animals, make sure it's monitored, that you just don't leave her off with them. So I hope that helps you. I hope that helps you. All right, everybody. I'm going to pull this live to a close. If you have questions relevant to either my book or in general, how to be present with your animal and what we've talked about today, definitely go ahead, make a comment. If you're watching, of course, the replay, make a comment, and I would be happy to respond to you in the comment section. If you would like to book a private reading, definitely go to my link in my bio. It will provide you with that. I have both a 30 and a 60-minute reading. Those 30 and 60-minute readings, that's you and I connecting on Zoom or by phone. Of course, if you don't want to do either of those and you just want an audio recording of the reading and not be physically present during the reading, that is an option too. I also have a mini reading. The mini reading is just one question. So take a look at my services. I also have my animal soul community. It's a really powerful community. If you are looking to connect with others, get into meditation, talk about your own energy, talk about what's going on with changes that you're seeing on our planet and in society with the different structures, with the different systems, and how it's affecting you and or your animal, that is the place to be. So check out all of my resources. And until then, I want to thank all of you for joining me during the live. And I want to thank all of you for watching the replay. And of course, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I will see you next time. Much love to you all.